I always forget the title of this book. Say You'll Remember Me. Fitting name, because I just literally forgot what the name was. It was just so weird. Like, it was so unexpected, and I was just like, oh, it was a little jarring. Mini Aritzia haul. This one is a total fail. Convert into a TBR jar. Just so heartbreaking. I really hope it's a happy ending. I finished Say You'll Remember Me last night. Hello, my Sunny Bays. Welcome back. I'm so glad you could make it. Romper is joining us this morning. He's just chilling on my lap. So I have puppy paralysis. He's so cute. We are kicking off the bookish edit today. It's going to be a spoiler reading vlog of our book of the month, which is, I always forget the title of this book. Say You'll Remember Me. Fitting name, because I just literally forgot what the name was. By Abby Jimenez, and I am a huge Abby Jimenez fan. I have read all of the Interconnected series from her previous work. It's called like Just for the Summer was the latest one. There's Part of Your World, there's Yours Truly, like that series. I've already completed every single book in that, and I loved every single one of them. I believe this is going to be the start of a new series for her, which is super exciting. So I did start reading Say You'll Remember Me. Oh my god, that name is going to be the death of me. All I gotta do is like think of Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm still failing to do that. I started reading it last night and I got through about like 3 to 4 chapters, which is not that much. It's literally like 10% of the book. It's a really quick read and the chapters are super short, which I'm enjoying. Sorry, I like ended up going right into my feelings about the book. Sorry about that. But let me go ahead and give you a little bit of a rundown of this video. It is going to be a reading vlog with spoilers of the book that was chosen for our... Oh my gosh, can I speak? Please, just get it together. Today is a struggle bus. Say You'll Remember Me is the book pick for August in our Fable book club called Sunset Reading. It's a book club that I run online. It's free for you to join, so definitely go ahead and check it out. It's on Fable, like I said. I will list the link in the description and in the pinned comments so you can easily access it. So fun. This is going to be our 3rd book so far in our book club. I'm so excited for this one because I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts and feelings. If you don't want spoilers of Say You'll Remember Me, definitely don't watch this video or it's going to get spoiled for you, because that is the whole point of these videos, is for me to be able to have a more close connection with my book club people on Fable. And if you love reading as well, I just love the fact that we can read a book together like this, you know what I'm saying? It's more real time and I can spill my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, quotes and context, all of that stuff while I am going through the book with you. Let's go back into the plot. So let me actually check exactly where I am, because this is a part where he basically asks her out. It was during chapter 3. So I'm at the beginning of chapter 4 now, but I kid you not, I wanted to have I wish that I was filming myself while I was reading chapter 3 because it was so abrupt. Like, what the heck? I heard some things on the internet saying that this is very insta-lovey, which usually doesn't bother me, and it still doesn't bother me in this book, but what does bother me is like the abrupt communication that is so unrealistic. I know this is a work of fiction, don't get me wrong, but the fact that he just blurted it out with no other context, like he didn't lean into it, it was just so weird. Like, it was so unexpected, and I was just like, oh, it was a little jarring. He just goes literally in the middle of their vet appointment. He just goes, would you like to go on a date with me? It just feels like so monotone, and I can't imagine someone actually asking someone on a date like that, especially with the history that they had in like the past chapter. I don't know, it was very strange. So I did think that that was a little weird and kind of tacky in a way, but it's fine. I'm still enjoying the story. The resend from Akatar references don't also like really bother me that much. It doesn't add to the plot by any means to me, to be honest with you. Like it's a little weird, not gonna lie, but it doesn't bother me as much as that abrupt comment from him to ask her on a date. That's just the first couple of chapters, so I'm sure things will level out itself because Abby is such a great writer, and I have no doubts that this is also going to be a good one, to be honest. Like I feel like this is going to be a good one because I heard that it is very emotionally deep and it deals with a lot of complex emotions and situations, which is, Abby Jimenez knows how to do that. So I'm not worried as of yet. One other thing that I'll mention before I start reading again is that the vet techs at his vet, because Xavier owns a vet. I think he's the only doctor there. They're just like head over heels for him, not in a romantic sense, but just like they just kind of treat him like their golden retriever brother or something like that. It's just very strange, and he does not have a golden retriever energy about him at all. Like that's not his personality. He's actually described as this like cold, intimidating guy. And I get it. The vet techs, they know him more deeply and they have a close relationship with him, but they're like, I don't know. I think they're a little over the top. Not gonna lie. I don't hate it, but it's just my observation as of right now. So yeah, it's going okay right now. It's good. I think it's like very fast paced. I'm glad to get this bookish edit started because I'm so excited to read this book with you. So do we love this new filming setup? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. If you saw my last video, you saw me set this up because we basically got rid of our breakfast nook and converted this into a lounge area where we can sip coffee in the morning and entertain our guests like when they sit here, because we have our kitchen literally like right in front of this area. And we have a big island, so we also have a lot of seats available. So I wanted this to be a little bit more of a casual, loungy, comfy, cozy area. It would be so cute at nighttime too to have like cocktails here. Honestly, my new favorite area of the house. All right, we're gonna do a little side quest here. I found this in a cabinet inside my home, and I haven't used this for really anything specific in my house. I don't even know where I got this from, to be honest with you. It looks like a little mini vase, but you can't really put flowers in it because it's like too short and the mouth is a little bit too big, like it's too wide to hold flowers. It's just kind of an awkward size for a jar. However, I realized this is the perfect little thing to convert into a TBR jar. So I thought it would be really fun to do that together because I already have collected a few prompts that I want to put in here. I think it'll be so cute if I could also decorate the outside of it or something, or should I just keep it minimal and simple and just keep it like this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. At the end of every month, I basically do a reading wrap up. So all the reviews of every single book that I read in the previous month, but I also do the next month's TBR by picking out prompts via my TBR cards. I thought it would be fun to create a TBR jar as well because I can then write my own prompts and filter them out and switch them out, add new ones. It'll just be kind of like a really fun thing to have as an alternative to my TBR cards. Some of the prompts I've already started writing on this paper, and then I'm gonna use my paper cutter to slice these paper sheets into like thinner little sheets of paper and then fold it and put it in this jar. A couple of the things that I already have on here is like highest rated book on the TBR, first book you see on Instagram. I thought that was a really fun one because I heard it from another YouTube video that I was watching today. So I'm definitely gonna want to put that in there. Book with the longest title. You can also do the reverse, like book with the shortest title. Phone a friend for a book recommendation. I love that one too. I thought that would be super fun and more interactive, and I can just like call up a friend to ask what kind of book that I should read next. I am just going to collect all these prompts, and as I go, just like write new ones, put it in this jar, and hopefully it'll get all filled up so that we can use this in our future bookish edit videos when we do our like TBR jar chooses my next reads. Of a reading because I am cracking up right now. This feels like I'm reading some type of rom-com. So humorous, and I don't know, it's just so funny. This part made me laugh out loud. Like, what? I actually really like the character Samantha. She's hilarious. I think her personality is just so well suited for this man who is very monotone, very dry, cold, and I think she's gonna bring out the best in him. Basically, she dropped her phone when they're going on the date, right? She dropped her phone into the water and she was literally just gonna go in deep dive and grab the phone because her life is literally on her phone. And he offered to get it for her instead. This is what it says in the book. It says, then he peeled off his shirt and my eyeballs dropped to his chest and exploded out of my head. Holy shit, this man was sculpted. I don't know why, I just thought that line was so funny. And I could totally picture it. Like, I can picture Samantha with her eyes popping out of her head, just staring at this man taking off his shirt. It's just very funny. All right, that is all for now. Up and I'm about to read a little bit more in bed, but I wanted to give you a reading update because I feel like I'm at a pretty critical point in the book now. Shit has not hit the fan yet, but I feel like it's about to soon because Samantha is at her parents' or at her grandparents' house because I think that's where her mom is living in now so that she can get the support and help that she needs since she has dementia. She's now back in California to visit them and basically live with them too because she wants to be there for her mom. Definitely check trigger warnings for sure because it deals heavily with that topic. After the date with Xavier, she got on the plane and then now she's in California, like I said, and her mom basically like doesn't remember her, which is like just so heartbreaking. In addition to that, we also found out by the end of chapter 10 that Xavier also has a really complicated relationship with his family because I think both his parents mistreated him and basically like verbally, emotionally, physically abused him when he was younger. After finding that out, I have so much more empathy towards Xavier and I feel like I resonate with his character a lot more because I do feel like some of the things that he's going through with his parents, like I can definitely relate to heavily. I'm not sure exactly like how much in depth Abby Jimenez is going to explore this topic with his parents and their abuse towards him and how he kind of like reconciles those feelings, but I hope she does because I feel like that would be really healing for me to kind of like see that in a character, whether it's him coming to terms and acceptance with it or him confronting his parents or something. I like hope that we get to explore that a little bit more in the story. But it does seem that it is more focused on Samantha's story right now, which is like totally fine. I'm still like really invested in her character as well. Like I just feel so bad for her. I don't have anyone personal to me who has dementia, but I do have a parent who has a chronic illness and that she's been dealing with for her entire life. So in that sense, I can definitely relate and like empathize and sympathize with her. It's just, oh my gosh, I really hope it's a happy ending for all parties involved and somehow have happily ever after in the realm of romance too, but it just seems a little chaotic right now, not gonna lie, and very depressing. I will say their banter and their interactions and the things that they say are making things a lot better and like more lighthearted and humorous because the way that they speak to each other is just like so funny. And like I laughed out loud in so many parts while they were like talking to each other, or just their like inner monologue and personal thoughts. Abby just does such a good job of like writing funny, witty lines. I love it. I'm just afraid right now because we're not even in the thick of it and it's getting very sad. But I know I've at least heard some people online say that this book feels like it's emotionally manipulative to their readers. I don't know. I have no idea how it's gonna go down yet because I'm on page 79, which is 25% of the book. I will definitely keep you updated, of course, but yeah. We are jumping into chapter 12. It's in Samantha's perspective, and she's back at home. So we'll see how things go with her mom. Hello, good morning. I am in my office and Romper is lounging, taking a little nap on my love sack. And I decided to switch out my camera to try vlogging with this, or not vlogging, but basically this camera is my actual like bulkier, heavy duty camera from Sony. It's my ZVE 10, I believe. And it's in the model version 2. I decided to switch it up a little bit and try this one out again because the Osmo Pocket is really, really good for vlogging and like out and about. Obviously, like it has the gimbal aspect of it, which is so good because it stabilizes your footage. But the Sony is just so much more powerful. It has much better functionality than my Osmo Pocket. So I need to get use out of this camera. This is the test footage. I hope it comes out okay and the settings are still decent for me to continue using it like this. I did want to give you guys another small update. I was genuinely shocked yesterday because I have never experienced this as a pet owner until yesterday. Like, I was in total shock when it happened. And I wanted to share it with you in case you are also a pet owner and just kind of like as a PSA, because it is tick and flea season. You know where I'm going with this. He came home yesterday from a walk or something, and I was like, did you go into the forest or something? Like, what's going on? But he brought home a tick, and it was placed in such an odd location. It was in the inner side of his lip. Like, imagine that. That is insane. It was hidden, tucked away under his lip, all around his mouth. And I only noticed because I was like playing with him and the tick's like body was slightly outward, like protruding out of his mouth. I thought when I checked, I thought it was like a piece of lint or like a leaf that got stuck on his mouth after going on a walk. But no, holy crap, it was insane. And it was like dangling around his mouth. And I was like, oh my God, we gotta take this thing out. And I've never taken out a tick before. So I like went straight to YouTube and figured out exactly like how to remove the tick. We were able to safely remove it with a tweezer and we were super careful with it. We even wore gloves and we disposed of the tick in the correct manner because we Googled it. All that to say, just please be careful with your pets. Just like make sure to check them after you go on a long walk or in a wooded area because it is the time this year. It's been very prominent around the area that I live in the DMV, like DC, Maryland, Virginia area. It's a problem. So he's already on tick and flea medication every single month. So I'm not super worried about him getting Lyme disease and stuff like that, but still like it's gross. And your pets can drag in critters like that. So yeah, just be diligent about it and make sure that they are comfortable. I'm keeping my eye on the wound area and I'm just going to make sure that like his mannerisms and energy levels and all of that stuff remain consistent in the next like 2 to 3 weeks because apparently symptoms can show around that time. I know. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy experience. He's like, oh, I just brought home a friend and you removed it. I'm gonna make a quick coffee because I feel like I need it today. I have my cup of ice ready. And then in terms of oat milk, I'm gonna use my beloved Minor Figures Barista oat milk. We're gonna make it a little bit sweetened with organic blue agave. In terms of the pod that I'm using for myself today, I am using the pistachio vanilla flavor over ice. I'm not a fan of pistachio flavored things if it's not ice cream, but this is the only pod that we have left. And we need to go to Nespresso and buy some more. Let's shake her up. I think that's good. put a dash. Ooh, that was a big dash. I'm gonna take this one to Charlie. There you go. Bon appetit. Coffee is done. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. Let's do the honors. Ooh, yes. And I'm so sorry you're crooked. It's the angle that we're working with today. So I just finished chapter 17 and oh my gosh, this is getting so cute. He basically came to California to visit her for the weekend and they're just like doing all these activities together. One quote that I wanted to talk about is, I think in chapter 17. It was basically when Samantha was talking about how she wants to find a partner or like not find a partner. She was basically like describing the fact that like she wants someone that can witness her life and make all these memories together, and there's only like once in a lifetime opportunity to do that because you obviously like curate memories throughout time. There's a quote here that really resonated with me and it says, "There is nothing more beautiful than being a witness to someone's life, to know them inside and out and to be with them through everything, share the same memories." I really like that one. And then there is a follow-up quote that resonated with me even harder, and it was actually in Xavier's point of view. At this point in the book, you already know that he has a very dysfunctional family. He doesn't have a good relationship with his parents because they were abusive and not good to him. When Samantha asked him, "Can you imagine losing that one memory at a time because her mom has dementia?" he responded by saying, "I peered at her quietly. No, I can't." And then in his inner monologue, he said, "But also I could because I'd lost both my parents even though they were still here." That was so sad. And I feel like I can really empathize with that because I kind of feel the same way about my parents, and I don't have any good memories with my parents, to be honest with you. Maybe a select few when I was very, very young and when we did travel here and there, but that's about it. So I feel like Xavier is my type of character. I see a lot of myself in him and in his relationship with his family. Anyway, back to the lighthearted stuff. So they were driving back in her car and the car is a mess and there's like a mouse that landed on her lap from the car being just like idle for a long time in the woods or something, and she freaked out. And they're just like making a lot of memories together, which I love, and he's just falling more and more deeply in love with her and vice versa. It's getting really good. I'm at like 43% of the book, which is chapter 18. Now we're switching back to Samantha's point of view. Let's just continue reading on and see where this takes us. The ball has not dropped yet. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of what's going on with her dad, because obviously he like sneaked out, and like what's going on with him? I don't think he would be cheating or anything or having an affair, but like at the same time, I'm like, what's going on, dude? What's happening? Taking a little break from reading, we have to head out in literally like 5 minutes after I dress myself because we're gonna go ahead to the mall to grab a baby shower gift for my friends Katie and Dan. We're going to their baby shower at like 1 o'clock today. I have a plan of what I want to get them. We just have to execute, and I've just been so busy in the past couple weeks that I just haven't had time to actually go out to shop for them. So we're gonna do that together today. So I am dressing myself and then we're gonna head out the door. While we're at it, I thought I would do a mini Aritzia haul because I haven't done an Aritzia haul on my channel in forever, and I still shop from them obviously because I love Aritzia. I'm an Aritzia girl at the heart and core. I purchased these items a couple weeks ago, but I've been collecting what I've been buying so that I can show it to you guys in a vlog and integrate it into here. Let's go ahead and show you what I'm actually going to wear today for the baby shower because I'm so excited for this dress. It is this cute little yellow number right here. She is is so stinking cute. I'm not like a huge balloon sleeve type of girl on the regular, but I thought for the summer and the warmer months, this would be so cute. I'm going to wear this today, and I think this would also be perfect for my trip to Hawaii in September, so I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to pack this one with me as well. I bought another dress, and this one I don't love as much, but I think it was on like final sale because it was very heavily marked down. It might be slightly snug on me. I got it in an extra small. I got everything in an extra small except for the bodysuit. I mainly bought this because I love this poplin dress. I have this in 2 different colors, but in like a spaghetti strap situation. It's a little bit thicker actually, the straps, but not like a sleeve, a short sleeve like this. I love this really dark, beautiful emerald green. So cute, and I think I might wear this and repurpose it for a Renaissance, oh my gosh, festival that I'm going with my friend Ashton later this month. So I'm gonna wear this and then have like a corset over it, which will be perfect for Renaissance themed activities. The bodysuit, that word felt weird to me for a second. I got a just plain white one. This is from their contour line. And I used to have these in an extra small, but I had to get rid of all of them because they were too uncomfortable for my long torso. I'm usually anywhere from like an extra small to a small in Aritzia, and bodysuits for sure. I needed to go for a small. It has a thong back and you can unsnap it to relieve yourself in public restrooms because I hate having to strip all the way down to do that. I love the square neck and the thicker straps here as well. And I love the contour line in general because they are double lined, and that's essential when you're wearing a white bodysuit. Last but not least, so this one is a total fail because I should have returned it when I had the chance. You, I think, get only like 7 days to return something, and I missed the window, so I don't really know what to do with this. I might gift it to a friend, but this is in an extra small, and I think it's just too tight on me, first of all, and secondly, it does not stay up. It might be because I am part of the itty bitty titty committee, but it just will not work. I love the color though, and this is also the contour fabric, so I was looking forward to wearing this, but unfortunately did not work out. That is everything. Let me go ahead and change into my dress and show you guys what that looks like. Having way too much fun shopping for babies. We're at Barnes & Noble, so we're gonna buy 3 things for my friends Katie and Dan for the baby shower today. And okay, first, it's going to be his first Lego set, and it's for bath time. I thought it was so cute. Look at these little bears. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then we have this little, I don't even know what these are called, to be honest with you, like these little jingly sensory toys. It has a little mushroom and it jingles. It's so cute. And I love the fact that it says Bitsy Traveler because they are the type of couple who would do like everything with their baby, and they're gonna travel with him and everything. So I thought this was really fitting, and he can like take this with him when they're out and about. I feel like books are the perfect baby gifts because it's obviously going to help them with their intellectual development. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So look at this one. Charlie actually picked this one out, and it's called Where Do You Poop? And it has a dog on it, and it has all these like different animals in the book with these like little pull out, like look at that. It's a pigeon, and then so funny. Okay, so yeah, that's the book that we're gonna get, and that's the haul. Not that you asked for a baby haul, but since we're here anyway, and I'm having a great time.
Not even in the
So this weekend was such a whirlwind. I feel like I did So many social activities, and they were all amazing and incredible. I'm so glad that it was such a good weekend, but I thought I would give you a reading update because I am now officially 75% in. I'm at the end of chapter 33, so I'm starting 34, and we just found out that Samantha's grandma died. Shit hit the fan when it comes to Xavier's interactions with his mom on the phone and everything, but I feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is the older retired veterinarian who came to like basically rescue Xavier from this like intense work situation that he's been running for the past couple of months just to make his relationship with Samantha work. I feel like it really needs to settle down at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep because I need to shower and then get ready for the work week starting tomorrow. I finished Say You'll Remember Me last night. The first thought that I have is that I thought the ending was pretty satisfying because the way that things were progressing and like all the shit that was happening back to them, I was honestly worried and concerned that this was not going to be a happy ending. And granted, the things that were happening, definitely not part of the happy ending. But ultimately, they did end up together, which I would count as a very happy ending. I mean, Xavier had to make some really big sacrifices, but things will still work out for him, which is great. I did really enjoy the book. I think Abby Jimenez is just amazing at character development, as she always is, and her ending is always wrapped up really nicely, and it's always a happy ending, which I really frankly enjoy. I want love stories to be happy endings. It was heading in a really dark pattern for the middle to the end of the book, but at the very, very end, it did come together, and yeah, there was a vision and she did execute, which is good. I will save my star rating for my August reading wrap up in my next bookish edit video because that's when I give you guys all the concluded thoughts and feelings that I have about the book after sitting on it for a while, and then I give all of my star ratings for every single book that I read in the previous month, so I'll do that in the next bookish edit. I feel like Abby did something very different for this particular book because in the other books that she's written so far, the other interconnected series, things were not as dire and urgent and just back-to-back shit storms. Say You'll Remember Me, it just felt like she was throwing all these negative situations at them like back-to-back, and we just barely had any time to recover from each of them before the next thing happened, which I didn't love. But at the same time, I feel like that's the type of story that she was trying to tell. And I understood what she was trying to do. I just don't know if I was the audience for it because I just kind of felt like, oh my God, here we go again. I caught myself feeling that way and the things that were happening starting to feel a little repetitive. Because it was just happening way too many times, I did start to feel a little disconnected. Disjointed is another good adjective to describe how I felt the story to be because of all these back-to-back situations that she kept on throwing at us. But I did enjoy the book overall. It was definitely very Abby coded. The way that she would story tell and the banter is always so good. I thought the humor was also exceptional here. One thing that I did started to dislike though is like all the post references to the mustard company. I know it was supposed to be like a humorous comedic relief in the times that things were very serious, but I almost felt like it was just overworked a little bit. It felt out of place sometimes, and some of it wasn't even really that funny, and it was a little cringy. Aside from that, I did thoroughly enjoy the book. So yeah, I would recommend it for sure. If you're already an Abby fan, then I think you should definitely continue to read this book. But if you're new to Abby, then I would start with the other series. But Say You'll Remember Me is just definitely a little, I think it'll be an acquired taste for some of you out there. Those are my thoughts for right now. I'm sure things will change as I sit on it a little bit more, but I really could not put down the book last night because I needed to find out exactly what happens to their romance, because it just seemed like until the very, very end, like the last 8% or even 7% of the book, things were still happening. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to get to the end, which was really good because I love when a book can keep me on my toes. I'm going to start reading the next book in my August TBR, which is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Every time I say that author's name, I'm always like, I don't know if I'm saying that right. This looks like such a cozy, cute book, but I did hear from someone in the comments saying that this is way more emotional than you would think it would be from the cover because the cover looks soft, gentle, cozy, self-care. That's what it says to me. But apparently it hits you right in the gut. So yeah, but I'm excited to start this. It's a relatively shorter book and hopefully a little bit more lighthearted than Say You'll Remember Me. So yeah, I'm going to get into this morning. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Let me know in the comments if you also read Say You'll Remember Me. What rating did you give it in your reviews? And what are your overall thoughts on the book? Do you think it's better than the past Abby writing, or is it worse, or did you think that it was like on par? Let me know all of your thoughts. If you want to stick around a little longer, definitely go ahead and check out my previous video right here. It was a mixture of a productive days in my life vlog, but also a lot of cozy home content. I rearranged my entire breakfast nook here. So if you want to check out how I put this lounge area together, check out that vlog because it was really fun. Please like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to stick around for more cozy content on self-productivity and balanced living, and I will talk to you in the comments. Bye.